Good morning, everybody.
Good afternoon, everyone.
I hope everyone's doing pretty good today. Thank you, Boss Bitch, for the shout out and for people to come over here. I was super bored and I thought, well, why don't I just go live? It's been a while. I love Valentine's Day as much as I say I hate it. So, why not? I grabbed some ironic facts about Valentine's Day, and it actually has a dark history. So I thought that was kind of interesting to pull up and like talk about. Let me say hi to some people in chats and not be so rude. How about that? Hostel, hey. Diane, hey Glenn. Hi that Christine. Broken Fish, how are you? It's good to see everybody. Oh, YouTube Scumbag Tracker, hello there. Hey Roz. Junebug, you're going down today, girl. No, I'm just kidding. Ash, hey girl. Hey, hey Brian King. Yeah, it's good to see everybody over here. I didn't think there'd be very many people over, but I thought, well, why don't we just go live and play around and see what we can get into? Okay, so I'm going to start with the dark facts of Valentine's Day, and then we can open it up if y'all have something to say. Jump up if you don't, it's cool. Um, let's see here. Let me jump back to my spot. Okay, so it says Valentine's Day is a time to celebrate romance and love in kissy face fealty. But the origins of this festival of candy and cupids are actually dark, bloody, and a bit muddled. I thought that was kind of interesting. The Roman celebrations were often quite violent. From February 13th to the 15th, Romans celebrated the feast of Lupercalia. The men sacrificed a goat and a dog, then whipped women with the hides of the animals that they had just slain. Isn't that exciting? Kill an animal and then, represent, you know, like smacking around your girl for that. Hey, what's truth? Hey, Tam May. All right, let me get back to it. I'm bouncing between screens, so if I don't catch you all the time, that's what John is here for. Hey, Cece. The Romans romantics were drunk and they were naked, said Noel Linsky. He's a religious professor at Yale. And he said young women would line up for the men to hit them, sorry, not hit on them, hit them. And they believed this would make them fertile. The brutal feat included a matchmaking lottery in which young men drew the names of women from a jar. Oh, that's really romantic. The couple would then be coupled for the duration of the festival or longer if the match was right. The ancient Romans may also be responsible for the name of our modern day of love. Emperor Claudius II executed two men, both named Valentine, on February 14th of different years in the 3rd century. This martyrdom was honored by Catholic Church with the celebration of St. Valentine's Day. Yeah, Roman Key Party, that's exactly what it was. As the holiday spread, it evolved. Later, Pope Gelasius, I'm probably pronouncing that all wrong, muddled things in the 5th century by combing St. Patrick's Day, or combining, god dang, combining St. Valentine's Day with Lupercalia to expel the pagan rituals. But the festival was more of a theatrical interpretation of what it had once been. It was a little more of a drunken revel, but the Christians put clothes back on. Always got to put the clothes back on for the Christians. That didn't stop it from being a day of fertility and love. Around the same time, the Romans celebrated, or it says Normans, but Normans celebrated Gallatin's Day. Gallatin meant lover of women. This was likely confused with St. Valentine's Day at some point, in part because they sound alike. As the years went on the holiday grew sweeter. Chaucer and Shakespeare romanticized it in their work, and it gained popularity throughout Britain and the rest of Europe. Handmade paper cards became the tokens of de jour in the Middle Ages. Hey, Mandolin. Nice to see you. Hey, Dejan. Dejan, you collect side pieces? That's good to know. Naked people freak me out and I'd be triggered all damn day. Well, just don't go where they are. That works, right? Eventually, the tradition made its way to the New World. The Industrial Revolution ushered in factory made cards in the 19th century, and in 1913, Hallmark Cards of Kansas City, Missouri began mass producing Valentine's Day cards, and it has not been the same since. So we can blame Kansas City, Missouri for that. How we celebrate now, which I think we all know. Today, the holiday is big business, but that it's been commercialized has spoiled the day for many. This isn't a command performance, she said. If people didn't want to buy Hallmark cards, they could not be bought, and Hallmark would go out of business. But since we are into the celebration of Valentine's Day in many varied ways, many will break the bank by buying jewelry and flowers for their loved ones. Some will celebrate in a SAD, which is a single awareness day, dining alone or binging on self gifted chocolates, while others will find a way to make peace with singlehood in a society that wants everybody to partner up. So I thought that was a neat little like side history on Valentine's Day. What do you think, John?
Yes.
You're just here to stand by me, which I appreciate. All right. I'm going to jump back up to some of the stuff I have here. Let me just check my basement and make sure nobody's trying to pop up. Okay, good. Okay, so as I said here, it says Valentine's Day started as a form of rebellion. The most popular theory about Valentine's Day origin is the Emperor Claudius too. Of course, we just talked about that. Um, didn't want Roman men to marry during wartime, and Saint Valentine went against his wishes and performed secret weddings, which means this day was originally founded on an act of rebellion. Um, Signing your messages with a kiss is nothing new. Typing a long line of kisses at the end of a message is something many of us do, but while you may associate it most with the modern day text era, this little symbol actually has become a much longer history. Oh, you've been making poppers, Nevaeh? That sounds good. Send me some, please. Please and thank you. Some think the cute X symbol became synonymous with the kiss in medieval times when few individuals could write and could end each of their letters with an X embossed in wax or ink to show their sincerity. This evolved to represent the kiss, and the rest is history. Uh, we're not we're not sure who decided to add zero symbols to it or O symbols to represent hugs, but we're pretty sure it happened a fair bit later. Hey, defend. Not all Valentines are chosen on purpose. Receive a Valentine today, and it's a sign that someone has a secret crush on you. Go back to the Middle Ages, though, and the situation's a little bit different. Back then, young men and women drew names from a bowl to see who would be their Valentine. The single women's names would be added to an urn, and single men of the town would take a name out and pin it to their sleeves for one whole week. This would allow everyone in the town to see who their Valentine was and could be where the term wearing your heart on your sleeve originates from. Well, that's kind of cool. Hey, Amanda Meatfoot, good to see you. Nearly three-quarters of men will buy flowers on Valentine's Day. While it is hardly surprising that more men buy flowers on Valentine's Day than women, it may shock you to learn how many men pick up a bouquet. Around 73% of men will buy flowers on the big day, while just over a quarter of women will do the same. Hey, teacher mom, good to see you. Happy Valentine's Day. Everybody, happy Valentine's Day. Red roses have been associated with love since ancient Rome. We're all aware that the red rose is a common purchase around the time of Valentine's Day, but why? Roses and red ones in particular have become a symbol of love and therefore heavily connected with the day. The origin of the traditional stretches as far back as ancient Rome, when the red rose was a favorite flower of Venus, the goddess of love. Oh, y'all are a lot of love today. I like this. All right. Juliet still gets love letters sent to her on Valentine's Day. William Shakespeare's most famous romance, Romeo and Juliet, has captured hearts for decades. So much so that Juliet still receives love letters on Valentine's Day. I think that's pretty cool. Every year, the city of Verona in Italy, where the play was set, receives around 1,000 letters addressed to Juliet. Not bad for someone who's been dead for hundreds of years, it says. Hey, that Christine. My let's see, BK. My wife hates all the mushy, lovey-dovey aspect of V-Day, but loves the good movie. Loves a good movie, lingerie, calisthenics. Okay. All right. Have fun at work. Hopefully you do something fun after work. Excuse me. You don't have to be lovers to celebrate Valentine's Day. While Valentine's Day is most commonly associated with lovers and couples, that doesn't mean singletons can't celebrate the occasion too. In fact, one country has gone as far as to transform the occasion into Friends Day instead. On February 14th, Finland celebrates, and I cannot pronounce that to save my life, which is translated as Friends Day. Forget the romantic undertones. Gifts and cards are given and received, but by friends rather than lovers. We think it's a great way to involve everyone, which I would agree. Hey, Ace, happy Valentine's Day to you and Andrew. Good to see you. But I think that's kind of cool. That's what we've always done for Valentine's Day is like do a Friends Day. Like we called it Singles Awareness Day, but it was just like a bunch of us going out to eat. Even some of the couples would go out to eat with us, and we'd drink, and then they'd go off to do their own thing, and we'd sit around and party or whatever we had to. I understand, Ace. Thanks for coming though. Okay, Henry the Eighth decided when Valentine's Day should be celebrated, marrying a total of 6 women throughout his lifetime. There's no denying Henry VIII was a big fan of women and probably a rather big in romance. But did you know he was responsible for when they actually celebrated Valentine's Day? Back in 1537, King Henry VIII declared by royal charter that Valentine's Day would be a public holiday, chose February 14th as the official day of celebration. So you can all blame Henry VIII for this. It says women buy most of the Valentine's Day. God, I can't talk today. Valentine's Day gifts, even the ones for themselves. Want to make sure you get what you want this Valentine's Day? Then buy it yourself, apparently. A massive 85% of all gifts for Valentine's Day are bought by women, which means a lot of us are picking up our own treats. Well, it beats getting lumbered with a tacky ornament we don't like. Hey, Alexander. Nice to see you. Sugar Crits. And it says that teachers receive the most Valentine's Day cards. Valentine's Day cards are big news for those of school age, but surprisingly, it's for teachers, not pupils, who stand to benefit the most. Teachers generally receive the largest number of Valentine's Day cards with children's, mothers, wives, and pets. Yes, pets, filling the rest of the top 5 recipients lists. I thought that was kind of an interesting little couple. That's like 10 little things. I have more, but I was gonna see how everybody else is doing. It's good to see everybody just popping in and chat. I mean, I haven't been on in so long, and it's nice to see that y'all still remember me. I know y'all see me in Discord a lot. Well, not even that much in Discord lately, but it's nice to see that, y'all still come out for me. I appreciate it. Sugar, you got a massage planned? BK, mind your business, honey. Mind your business. Hi, Diane. Nice to see you. Still with me, John? You're very helpful.
Yes.
What's your plans today, John? You got anything planned?
Well, after I heard Nevaeh's making those jalapeno poppers, I'm thinking about getting a small basket
Oh, there you go. That sounds good.
because you know what happens when you get a large basket. You know what I mean?
Okay, BK, I'll leave you alone. All right, so I've got more facts on Valentine's Day. Let's pop up. If I bore you, I'll just say something. We'll make more small talk. I found some of this stuff so interesting and it's so ironic, some of the things that we do nowadays. I'm very into origins of holidays and stuff. So Valentine's Day was first declared by the Pope in 496 AD. Pope Gelasius made the festival of Saint Valentine's Day an official holiday. So see, we hear conflicting results, but anyway, an official holiday, apparently hoping to expel the pagan rituals of Lupercalia by combining it with Valentine's Day, which we already heard. Excuse me. After the Second Vatican Council in 1969, Pope Paul VI decided to remove St. Valentine's Day from the calendar of major holidays, mostly because very little about the actual St. Valentine could be verified. However, its religious observance is still allowed. Anglicans and Lutherans recognize February 14th as the official feast day, while the Eastern Orthodox Church celebrates St. Valentine's Day on July 16th. Oh, thank you, BK. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's gonna go well. It normally goes pretty well, even if I'm single or attached. I always have a good time. I try to anyway. The first known official celebration of St. Valentine's Day took place in Paris on February 14th, 1400, which is when King Charles VI of France established um, the High Court of Love. The court, entirely run by women, that's kind of cool, met to deal with marriage, contracts, divorces, infidelity, and domestic violence. Interesting. Hey, Bookie Worm, happy Valentine's Day to you too. I guess maybe the men didn't want to run the High Court of Love, so they put all that stuff in the women's hands. Maybe I don't know. It's kind of interesting that it was all women, and this was in 1400. Teddy, be good. I'm watching you. It's the day of love today. Passing out Valentines is a 600-year-old tradition. The oldest record of a Valentine is a poem Charles, the Duke of Orleans, wrote to his wife when he was imprisoned in the Tower of London in 1415, in which he refers to his wife as his Valentine. For the lack of a better phrase, the rest is history. Today, millions of greeting cards are purchased every year. Oh, hey, Alex B. Hey, girl. Happy Valentine's Day. Let's see. ev- uh, every year for Valentine's Day, an estimated 145 million greeting cards are exchanged in the U.S. alone, according to Hallmark, making it the second largest holiday for greeting cards after Christmas. Esther Holland is the first manufacturer of Valentines. Before Esther Holland commercialized Valentine's Day cards and became known as the mother of the American Valentine, Valentines in America were less romantic and more comical. Her inspiration came from the thoughtful and sweet greeting cards that were circulating in England, and she decided to sell similar designs in the US starting in 1870s. Needless to say, they took off. The St. Valentine's Day Massacre was your idea. Sure, Freeside. I've done some super cute Valentine's Day treats for kids to take to school on TikTok. Amazing dollar store. Oh, that's cool. I've heard about your other gifts, though. Hey, Doofy. Happy Valentine's Day. Uh, You could only buy booklets devoted to writing Valentine's Day cards. According to the turn of the 19th century, those who struggled to come up with their own Valentine's Day messages could purchase Valentine's Day Writers, which was six penny pamphlets containing popular collections of pre-written love messages to be used as inspiration. So they even copyrighted back in the day. Social media has really helped take the Hallmark out of Hallmark holidays with fun DIY stuff. Not like we were kids with piles of candy and Looney Tune cards. Oh, you're fine, Ash. It's cool. Hey, Richard Cheese. Good to see you. And Uh, an infamous king made Valentine's Day an official holiday, which we've already kind of talked about. In 1537, Henry VIII officially declared February 14th the holiday of St. Valentine's Day by royal charter. And yes, he is the monarch who had six wives, who he who died, like one who died, one who survived, two he divorced, and two he beheaded. So he was all about the love, beheading his loved ones. You're in a good mood. Hey, bedtime clown. Happy Valentine's Day. Let's see here. Vinegar valentines were used to deter suitors in Victorian England. During the Victorian era and into the 20th century, those who didn't want the attention of certain suitors would anonymously send vinegar valentines or penny dreadfuls. That's where that TV show comes from, which would range from sassy to cruel and could be purchased to insult just about anyone in your life. Can you imagine? Yes, he did love to behead his wives. Can you imagine getting a vinegar valentine? You think you're getting something special and it's a vinegar valentine. Ugh. Vinegar valentines aren't the only strange Valentine's Day tradition from England in the 1700s. Rural English women would pin 5 bay leaves to their pillows, one in the center and four on the corners, on the night of February 13th in order to have sweet dreams about their future husbands. Let's all do that tonight. How about that? It's a day late, but come on now. That's interesting. 5 bay leaves. In 1847, Boston pharmacist Oliver Chase invented a machine that simplified the lozenge production process, resulting in the first candy making machine. After identifying an opportunity to revolutionize the candy business, they turned. Chase shifted his focus to candy production, which included those Necco wafers, those little round looking things, which taste like chalk. Doofy, you're not very happy today. Come on now. This is a land of love. Let's see. It wasn't until 15 years after the creation of Necco wafers, the Daniel Chase's brother, Oliver Chase, oh, so it's a brother that did this, developed a way to press words onto the candy lozenges with a felt tip pad and vegetable food coloring. It took an additional 40 years for the conversational candies to become officially heart-shaped. Well, that's cool. Um, let's see. In 2018, Necco declared bankruptcy. Oh, forcing the company to close its original plant and sell off its candy brands. Spangler Candy Company ended up acquiring the rights to Sweethearts, and after setting up production in a new plant, Sweethearts returned to shelves in 2020, but not without a few changes due to equipment problems. Luckily, by 2021, Spangler had worked out all the kinks. So I didn't know this, but the candy hearts weren't available in 2019. Did anybody even catch that? We were kind of like off in our own little worlds back then. They are though, in that weird Necco and Diane. Yeah, the Necco wafers. Yeah, they taste like chalk, but I mean, I and some of them have flavors, but it's mainly chalk flavored. Yeah, the sweet tarts are better, definitely. Let's see. Unsurprisingly, Valentine's Day is one of the busiest days of the year for restaurants, second only to Mother's Day, which is, not surprising. That's like the easiest way to handle, a date night is go out to eat and do something afterwards, right? You like the all chocolate pack? I don't know if I've ever had that. Are they the conversation hearts too? In Cupid's bow and arrow weren't just for show. In Roman mythology, Cupid is the son of Venus, the goddess of love and beauty, and he is often depicted with a bow and arrows to pierce hearts and cast a spell of love. Oh, all chocolate Necco. Oh, okay. That's cool. I'm gonna have to check that out. Let's see. People consider pink and red the colors of love. According to the National Confectioners Association, around 65% of Americans believe that the packaging of Valentine's Day candies and chocolates should be red and pink. Love Heart Sweets we have over here taste like chalk. That's probably about the same thing as what we have, Alexander. They're John Golf's favorites.
I like them a lot.
Let's see. The heart shape wasn't always a romantic symbol. A heart, once widely believed to be humans' center of memory where feelings of love were recorded. However, we have friends and Italian artists from the 14th century to thank for the symbol that we know and love today, as they were the first ones to start using the motif in their works. Valentine's Day wasn't always a romantic holiday, which we already kind of knew. Um, it was February 14th wasn't associated with romantic love until the late 14th century, which is when Geoffrey Chaucer published his poem, The Parliament of Fowls. In the poem, he calls St. Valentine's Day the day when birds chose their mates. And from then on, people started considering the holiday a romantic one. Speaking of Cupid and roses, can you guess the favorite flower of Venus, the Roman goddess? According to legend, it's the red rose, of course. The bud stands for strong romantic feelings, so it's not surprised that roses make up the most popular Valentine's Day bouquets.
I
You
think
gonna buy
it's
roses for
tulips.
somebody? Sorry, John, what?
My guess is tulips.
Tulips. It's roses, buddy.
Oh well, I'm just some dumb Dutch dude. What do I know?
Joffrey is pronounced Jeffrey. Okay, Jeffrey Chaucer. Yeah, I'm not thinking well today, so
Listen, Chicky, whoever wrote that in chat, I want you to put them on a timeout. It's Joffrey. You don't listen. She said Joffrey.
Julie, he wants you in timeout, but you're a mod. What should I do?
Oh, it's Julie who said it?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, don't time her out. Sorry. Banner! Julie gets a
Banner, huh?
lifetime ban!
Jeez, a lifetime ban?
Listen, I don't want to tell you how to run your show. So I'll just, you know what? Yeah, a lifetime ban! All you guys have headphones on? Oh, yeah, Chicky, I forgot you got headphones on. I'm sorry.
I took
My
them
bad.
off.
My bad.
I took them off. But yeah, please be careful with the people who do have headphones on. They're probably at work listening or doing other things listening. What's better than 10 fingers on a piano? Tulips on an organ.
I told you tulips is the best.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I think John does need the spirit of love. Everybody send John love letters in DMs today. Let's see. Americans spend a lot on love. According to a survey by the National Retail Federation, I didn't even know that was a thing. National Retail Federation. Americans spend 23.9 billion on Valentine's Day in 2022, the second highest year on record. The record for spending was set in 2020 with 27.4 billion spent on the holiday. Good God. Hey Jay Bizzle, good to see you. And so it
Yeah.
says men and women prefer candy to flowers. Both men and women prefer to receive chocolate over flowers, according to the National Confectioners Association. The survey also found that chocolate sales represented 75% or more of Valentine's Day candy purchases. Is everybody kind of in the same boat? Everybody would rather have chocolate rather than flowers. Oh, happy badge to you, Diane. That's cute. Valentine's Day is a popular holiday to get engaged. Well, duh. Oh, Ash demands both. All right, then. Uh, this seems fitting. A 2017 study by diamond retailer James Allen found that 43% of millennials chose Valentine's Day as their ideal day to propose or to accept a proposal. You'd rather have a Big Mac, Alexander? Well, yeah, you can demand it. It doesn't always work, but you can always try. Ah, Julie would rather have books. Well, if you're with somebody, they better understand that you like that stuff better than chocolate. Oh, Diane, chocolate and steak or steak. How about chocolate steak? Does that sound good, John?
I'll take two.
Let's see here. The chocolate box has been around for more than 140 years. In addition to creating arguably the richest, creamiest, and sweetest chocolate on the market, Richard Cadbury also introduced the first box of Valentine's Day chocolate in 1868. Oh, Jay Bizzle, you wouldn't rather be left alone. Stop it. Stop. Is it a bias report? It probably is. I mean, we've got all these new organizations, that come up with surveys so that they don't get fired. And there's a standout favorite in every box. According to the National Confectioners Association, caramels are the most popular flavor in chocolate boxes, followed by chocolate covered nuts, chocolate filled,
Hey, Chicky, they're
cream
selling
filled, and coconut.
backstage.
Sorry.
They're selling backstage.
Oh, is there? Thank you for telling me. Hey, Broken Fish.
Hey, how you doing? Happy
Doing
Valentine's
pretty good.
Day. Or I should say happy snowy Valentine's Day out here in in Southern Oregon on the Cascades.
Oh,
I think
really?
that's I think yeah, I woke up to a bunch of snow. I think that's a biased report. It's put out by the confectioners, the candy people. It's a
Oh, yeah.
biased report. It's not put out by the flower people. It's not put out by an independent thing. It's put out by the confectioners. That's the candy people. Would you
Mhm.
agree, sort of?
No, I fucking disagree.
Why do you disagree? It's not a biased report.
Because the only place I like to be is in the contrary lane to you.
Oh, okay. Hey, and another one, Chicky Love. You do know about the new handles, right?
I do. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. I just wondered if you had them turned off on purpose or if you didn't know.
Yeah, I had them turned off. I was just playing around with today. Like, I haven't been online so long, I didn't want to add anything new to it.
Yeah, well, some of us are enjoying the new thing because, I put professional shit stick. But no, I just wanted to come up and say happy Valentine's to everybody and have a good day. And I have seen you in other panels. So everybody have a happy Valentine's Day. And Dumb Dutch Dude, I'm glad somebody wants to have a debate. But I think it's a biased report. It comes from the candy people.
And I think you're wrong.
Okay,
Drama.
I might be wrong, Dutch Dude, but I prefer a live plant, something I can put in the ground and see last past a couple weeks.
Yeah, they plant cocoa beans, my friend, and they grow into cocoa plants.
Okay, and and the rest of your argument is
I don't understand. You want a real life plant, you got to plant it. And where do cocoa beans come from? They come from a plant.
They come from a seed. No, I wouldn't. If I was really going to plant a plant, it definitely would be a cocoa bean plant. It would be that so helpful, God given plant that everybody loves to smoke. All right. See you later, Chicky Love. You have a nice day and
Hi.
happy snowy Valentine's Day, everybody.
This
Thanks for
guy's
coming
silly.
up.
A cocoa plant would never grow in Oregon. It's too fucking cold. You'd be
Well,
wasting your fucking time.
then why would you tell me to plant it? I'd rather plant that God given green sticky stuff. But
Well, you can always buy a couple acres in Colombia. Who's stopping you?
Pablo
Ooh, Colombia.
Escobar.
He's dead,
Are you sure?
Dun
bro.
dun dun.
His hippos are running around Colombia as we speak.
All right. Well, just that whole group. Take that. They're like the Hydra. Take off one head, five more appear. You know how that goes. But thanks. But today, I don't think's the day to have a debate. You have a good day, Dutch dude. Good day, Chicky. I'm gonna drop down.
Thank you.
I accept your resignation and telling me I'm right.
I didn't say you were right. I just said I don't think today's the day. We're supposed to be spreading love, bro.
I also accept letting you have the last word. Go ahead.
Last word.
Oh my God, y'all. Only you can fight over something so weird.
I mean, I got nothing else to do. I want to get some sushi, you know what I mean? But I got to also sell something around 4 o'clock. But I don't know what I'm going to do. I really don't know what I'm going to do.
Hey, see and say. We're learning about Valentine's Day. Yeah, rage quit. I got a rage quit today too. God, I got everything going on today in this stream. Y'all make sure to tell everyone there was drama, there was Valentine's Day, and a rage quit. I mean, come on. What more could you ask for? All right, let's see here. Oh, okay, so we heard that caramels are the standout favorite. Experimental gifts are on the rise. So in 2017, 40% of consumers told the National Retail Federation, another federation, what the hell? National Retail Federation, they wanted an experience gift, aka tickets to a concert or other event, an outdoor activity, or an evening out. Although only 24% plan to give one, the option is particularly popular with millennials. 45% of people ages 18 to 24 and 40% of people ages 25 to 34 said they are planning to give experiences. Did I say experiment earlier? I meant experience gifts for Valentine's Day.
Some experiences can be experiments.
There's a lot of different experiences you could have. Let's see. More Americans skip Valentine's Day than you realize. Whether it's because they're single or they think the holiday is beyond cheesy, 49% of adults surveyed by the National Retail Federation again in 2019 said they're not celebrating the Day of Love, though they may treat themselves to a small gift or a night out with friends and family. Now, in 2019, this was right before like the huge COVID, or I guess CVID stuff. And so I wonder how many of those people would go back now and say they would have gone out that night and done something. Because who knew we were going to be like cooped up for a while. Broke fish, you're so nice. You even let the rage quit happen. I love it. Let's see. It's not just for humans anymore. People really do love their pets. According to the National Retail Federation, again, 27% of people celebrating Valentine's Day in 2020 said they're also buying gifts for their pets, which is up from 17% in 2010. I always try to do something special for my animals too. You don't have any pets, do you, John?
Not at the moment.
Are you a dog or cat person?
Oh, I've had both.
Well, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer one over the other?
No, just the cats are easier.
Gotcha. Let's see. Your chocolates probably come from the West Coast. Excuse me. California is the state with the largest number of chocolate makers, which means those heart-shaped goodie boxes you're gifting your loved one this Valentine's Day probably come from the West Coast. The state has, oh wow, 141 chocolate makers, according to the US Census. Pennsylvania comes in second with 115 chocolate artisans. So if you really like chocolate, you need to be living on the West Coast, or and mainly California when I say this, and then or Pennsylvania. So pick your poison there. Hey, Punky, good to see ya. We have Herbert's. What's Herbert's? It says most Valentine's Day roses are imported. California also produces. Oh, Cadbury. Okay. Hey, Squishy, good to see you. Herbert's is a chocolate company. Okay, I gotcha. I'm assuming it's a really good chocolate company. Most Valentine's Day roses are imported. California also produces 60% of American roses, but interestingly enough, the vast number of roses sold on Valentine's Day in the US are imported, mostly from Colombia. There you go, Colombia again. There's something up with that. John, I need you to look into that.
They got good weather.
They're just taking over. Oh, here. Galentine's Day has become a beloved spin-off holiday. Galentine's Day may have originally been a holiday made up by geniuses behind the hit TV show Parks and Recreation, but that doesn't mean it's not totally real. According to the National Retail Federation, Valentine's Day gifts for friends accounted for 7% of the total spending for 2020. Hey, Andrew. Good to see you. Happy Valentine's Day. Hey, Ronan. Good to see you too. Yeah. Roses really are king of Valentine's Day florals. Roses are iconically linked to Valentine's Day, and it's not just a stereotype. According to Teleflora, roses account for nearly half of all Valentine's Day flower sales. Jay Bizzle, Andrew Liley. Yes, roses are the cool thing to do. Yes. Hey, Steve, good to see you. Obviously, Valentine's Day is the biggest holiday for florists. According to the Society of American Florists, Valentine's Day accounts for 30% of all holiday flower purchases, beating our Christmas, Mother's Day, and Thanksgiving. A king from Sweden started the tradition of sending flowers. Wonder who came up with the idea of sending flowers? The tradition was brought back to Europe by King Charles II of Sweden after a trip to Persia in the early 1700s with the idea of sending flowers as a nonverbal message. So y'all need to blame King Charles II of Sweden for having to buy flowers. I'm glad everybody got to stop by at least. I have giant brushes called miniature pink pussy willows. Some dudes used to pay me to cut them right away, right before Valentine's Day. Oh, that's funny. I said brushes. God dang. Bushes. I have a giant bush called miniature pink pussy willows. Some dudes used to pay me to cut them right before V-Day. Hey, Bayou Bandit, welcome. Let's see. Women are most likely to treat themselves than men on Valentine's Day. 16% of flowers purchased by women on Valentine's Day are going to none other than themselves, according to the Society of American Florists. So you're absolutely not alone when you treat yourself to a floral arrangement. I can't buy flowers for myself. I don't know. Like not for like a gift or anything. Like if I want to like make the house look nice or smell nice, I'll do that. But I just, damn, BK. I hope somebody's gathering all these cool comments. That Christine, I'm looking at you. I heard that Rose vibrator is pretty popular. Yeah, Amanda, I'm not a flower person either, and I guess I grew up with my mom always saying, "Well, flowers die." So, and they're pretty while they're here, but yeah. Meh. Oh, let's see what else we got here. In Japan, women do most of the gifting on Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day or Kohuhaku? If I mispronounced that, I'm sorry. Was first introduced to Japan in 1936 and has since become widely popular. However, due to a translation error made by a chocolate company, only women buy chocolates and gifts for their sweethearts on February 14th. But don't worry, women get their turn to get spoiled. On March 14th, Japan celebrates White Day, which is when men buy gifts for their partners. Um, I'd rather have picked wildflowers because it's free. I could see you as a little kid, Punky, like going out and picking all the flowers and like putting them in your hair or something.
Yeah, actually, I heard she used to go to grave sites and take flowers.
It says some Nordic countries celebrate friendship on February 14th, which we kind of already heard about. Finland is one of them. Like Japan, Finland and Estonia also recognize Valentine's Day, and they also do things a little differently, known as, oh, I cannot pronounce either one of those words, for Finland and Estonia. Both countries use the holiday as a friendship day or day of the friends, where they exchange cards and gifts not only with lovers, but with friends and family as well. It says Filipinos have the most unique Valentine's Day traditions. In the Philippines, February 14th happens to be the most common wedding anniversary over the past decade. Mass Valentine's Day marriages have become increasingly popular there, where hundreds of couples say I do at the same time. That's interesting. Can you imagine like having a big old group of people and you get proposed to and everybody says, yeah, I don't know. Doesn't seem as special. Yes, Polly, gift me with shoes rather than flowers. Yes. I always tell people this is so dumb, but if they're buying me gifts, I always say, buy me something sparkly, or if somebody's going somewhere, I always say, buy me something pretty and sparkly. Dromedome. Babe asked Andrew what time Sancho thing is and remind him Sancho most likely will have lost wages, tips to attend court. Answer, thank you. He is he is in Chicky's chat. Okay. Hey, three boy mom. Happy stinking Valentine's Day to you too. I'm not in his time slot, am I, for Dromedome? Am I? I want to make sure Sancho gets all his money. What time does that go live, John? Do you know?
No, I don't follow Sancho. He bores me.
Well, I mean, do you follow Dromedome?
No, I only follow Mrs. Dromedone.
Yeah, right. I don't want to get married, Julie, but I do like sparkly things and pretty things. So, if anybody can drop Andrew's link down there for the stream, I'd appreciate it. Well, I already have a ring from John, so I don't really need anything else, right, John?
I made sure to get you the sparkly one.
I know, but you gave me a ring, so I don't need anybody else's ring. How about that?
Cool.
No, an actual rock, not a diamond. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. For Ghana, the day is all about chocolate. Other countries that celebrate Valentine's Day include Argentina, France, South Korea, Bulgaria, Wales, Spain, Denmark, Romania, the Czech Republic, Brazil, England, Canada, Italy, and Slovenia, among others. Though Ghana probably has the coolest tradition of all. Why is that? Because starting in 2007, February 14th has been known as National Chocolate Day in Ghana in order to promote the consumption of chocolate. Oh, okay, good. I'm not in his time slot. Thank you so much, Diane, and that Christine. Okay, good. I forget to look at everything. I just saw that Boss Bitch was live and I didn't want to go during hers, so I get distracted.
It's okay. I took care of that.
Jewelry is also a pretty popular and pricey Valentine's Day gift, like we didn't already know, right? In a report from the National Retail Federation, Americans spend a whopping 4.1 billion on jewelry for their special someone for Valentine's Day. For Valentine's Day 2021. How many roses do you think they could have bought with that? I don't even care about that. Why would you care about roses when you get sparkly and pricey stuff? Marriage is overrated. Sorry, not sorry. That's how I feel, Jay Bizzle. And I've said this many times before, but like I don't want a huge like wedding anyway. So to me it doesn't matter. It's too much money and for one day. I don't know. I find it a waste. Not that, anybody else can do it. I don't see it. And it's only a piece of paper. If I need the piece of paper, I can go down to the, justice of the peace and get it. I would like to know where the Federation gets all their information. I didn't even know it was a real federation until recently. So maybe that's next on our ideas of looking up all these weird federations and how they come to be. Let's see. Some people who aren't celebrating are still celebrating. Over a quarter of people who say they aren't celebrating Valentine's Day still plan to do something special, whether that's treating themselves, family, or a friend to a little token of appreciation, according to the National Retail Federation. There is a city in Texas with a perfect.
Um, I think Chicky had to go cut some flowers right now. Oh, yeah, definitely Chicky had to go cut some flowers right now. So I'll be taking over, and on account if I can't read well, I won't be reading anything. Nope, I won't even be reading your chat because your chat is not what I'm interested in. I'm interested in myself. Maybe I am a self proclaimed narcissist. That's my problem. Well, I guess a narcissist. What would a narcissist buy themselves on Valentine's Day? I guess I'll buy myself some treats. Yeah, something to plump up my cheeks. Maybe some nice Cadbury's. You know what I really like? Those Cadbury Easter eggs. Those are amazing. Oh,
Hey,
Chicky
thank.
bounced back.
Yeah, I
Hey,
lost electricity for a moment.
oh
Super
shit, where'd you
weird.
put it?
It went out and then came back, so I'm back. I
Oh my
was like,
god,
can anybody
crazy.
hear me?
That's crazy. Like the electricity just like ran out the door and then came back.
Yep, it found its way back.
Cool.
Ew, sardine syrup. Ew, y'all. Ooh. Okay, so there's a city in Texas with a perfect name for the holiday. If you're looking for a place in the United States with the most holiday spirit, don't expect it to find it in any big city. In fact, the most love-struck town of all it is none other than Valentine, Texas, which gets its name from the popular saint. Don't drive through it too quickly, though, or you might miss it. The town population is only 73, according to 2020 numbers. I've never even heard of Valentine, Texas, so. That tells you how big it is, right?
Oh yeah, they got a goodies over there.
They probably have a Dairy Queen. What do you think? All the
Dairy
small
Queen
towns
is
have a Dairy Queen.
amazing. I like Dairy Queens in the summer. I like Baskin Robbins in the winter.
Why in the winter is Baskin Robbins? Because of the
If you
21
can go
flavors?
inside and get yourself like a nice bowl, but like, Dairy Queens is nice because like they give it to you upside down and I get like an extra large blizzard. Oof, I'm
So
excited for
choice, right? Let's see here. There's only a few more, and then we can just kind of BS around. The color red has connotations of passion and sexuality, and it turns out science can actually back up those ideas. At the University of Rochester, psychologists found that men found women wearing red or standing in front of a red background to be significantly more attractive and sexually desirable than women wearing different colors. It's not just women who are more attractive in red. The study showed that women also had the same views of men who were sporting the same color. Wow, I never thought about the color actually making that big of a difference. But, like, there's something about, um, a woman in a red dress though, right?
I guess.
Well, I mean, do you I would they seem to stick out more than somebody else in another color, don't you think?
I guess it depends on the woman.
You didn't see woman in dress. Okay, well, yeah, Julie, I would love to know what a psychologist would think of John Golf. What do you think they'd think of you, John?
I don't got time for psychologists. They're not even doctors. Like, fuck off. You can't even prescribe shit to me. You're wasting my fucking time.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Spotify revealed the most added song to love-themed playlists. According to the music streaming platform, All of Me by John Legend is the most added song in love-themed playlists. It's also the top choice on Spotify playlist called Valentine's Day for both men and women. Stream of the track, which was Streams of the track, which was released in 2013, has spiked at least 50% on Valentine's Day every year since. Blue Ball, Maryland. Climax, Michigan. Yes. Diane always has the facts coming in clutch right now. Let's see. Every year on Valentine's Day, the city of okay, we've already done the Juliet one. A very important patent was applied for on February 14th. On Valentine's Day in 1876, a then 29-year-old Alexander Graham Bell applied for his telephone patent, entitled An Improvement in Telegraphy. That same day, inventor Elijah Gray applied for a patent caveat for a similar invention from the same office, but Bell ended up receiving the patent approval less than a month later. So we got the phone patent then. That's kind of interesting. Ball Club, Minnesota. And number 15 here, a little over 50 years ago on February 14th, 1929, penicillin was introduced by a young bacteriologist named Sir Alexander Fleming, who discovered the mold byproduct accidentally a few months later. So the irony in that, dry run, Ohio. So that's all my facts today. I just, it's been so long. I need to go live and do something, no drama. Maybe this was a little fun for some of you, maybe it wasn't, but it just got me back into the spirit of going live. Anybody got anything new or else to say? I was just going to keep this at like a little hour live or whatever. Sweet Lips, Tennessee. Yes. John, you have any final say?
Well, I learned a lot. I'm happy I was here.
I'm glad you were here too. You're my little co-host that doesn't say too much but is here for me in spirit. And I hope you get many, 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 many DMs from everybody telling them they love you.
I just got a DM from Amanda Erickson.
Oh, what does she have to say to you? I hope it's all
Oh,
about love.
I'm sorry, I don't share DMs. Sorry.
Oh, good call. Good call. I'm glad you thought of that. Good job. All right, guys. Embarrass Minnesota. Diane, you got me. Thanks guys for coming by. I'm so glad you came over and just said hi to me, even if you stopped in for a minute. I appreciate every one of you. Before you leave, make sure to hit the like button so I at least pop up in the algorithm every once in a while. Um, Not that it matters too much to me. I just like to have fun and do whatever. But thanks, guys. Have a great day. I hope everyone has a wonderful Valentine's Day and you do something fun tonight or you do something fun this weekend, maybe. Either way, I wish you all love and joy from me to you. Bye, guys.
Bye.